sustainable mining and local growth, we ask for wisdom, that every decision made here may balance progress with preservation, profit with justice, and innovation with responsibility. Bless our minds to think beyond today. Bless our hands to work with integrity. Bless our policies to protect both people and planet. And most of all, bless our homeland and generations to come. May this come in faith and in thanksgiving. Amen. Please be seated.
Sustained communities and drawn the world to our shores. Here in Ghana, gold is more than a resource as Africa's leading gold producer. But the legacy we've inherited is under threat. Illegal mining, galamsey, has scarred our lands, poisoned our waters, and put lives at risk. What should uplift our people is too often tearing our environment apart. Artisanal and small-scale mining, ASM, remains a vital source of livelihoods for millions. But without structure, support, and oversight, ASM can become dangerous. With the right investment, policies, and accountability, it can become a path to renewal. In response to this national challenge, His Majesty Otumfuo Osei Tutu II, King of the Ashanti Kingdom, has convened the Mining in Motion Summit, a platform for bold thinking, honest dialogue, and lasting solutions, placing sustainability, governance, and community benefit at its core. A space to reimagine Ghana's mining future with integrity and purpose. Under the leadership of President John Dramani Mahama, Ghana is charting a new course for addition and responsible sourcing. The President champions safe, sustainable mining practices that empower artisanal miners. This vision places Ghana at the forefront of Africa's responsible gold economy. Under the leadership of Honorable Emmanuel Ama Kofi Bua, the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources is reshaping the gold economy, placing sustainability, governance, and community benefit at its core. Africa is rich, not just in minerals, but in vision, strength, and potential. It is time to lead.
It has fallen to you. Please help me swell the chorus. Long live. I'm gracefully yours, Jerry Ajololo, a loyal servant of our King, His Majesty Summit, and it has fallen to good morning to you, our guest of honor, the President of our Republic, Your Excellency John Dramani Mahama, the second President of our Fourth Republic, Your Excellency Resources, the Honorable Emmanuel Ama Kofi Bua, MP, the Minister for Environment, Science, Technology and Innovation, Kenneth Zikale Ngoma. From Ghana, the Deputy Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, Honorable Alaji. From the Democratic Republic of Congo, the Deputy Minister for Mines, His Excellency Godard Motsemona Gibolum. From Somalia, the Deputy Minister for Petroleum and Mineral Resources, the Honorable Abdi Waham Abdi Omar. From Secretary General of the Africa Continental Free Trade Area, His Excellency Wamkele Mene, Excellencies, members of the Diplomatic Corps, a global mining, Special Johnson Esiedun Ketia, and MP for Boku, the Honorable Mahama Ayariga, security chiefs and service commanders, chief executives and directors of minerals and mining organizations and social and religious leaders, security services, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for attending to the call of our King to be part of the Golden Stool, and by divine right, the largest gold producer in Africa. Applause is not loud. Make meaning of our theme through the lenses of broad stakeholders herein gathered. It is my fervent hope and prayer that we will find within the tranquility, amongst many other things, promote responsible and international collaboration. With these words, let me say, welcome to some, bienvenue to others, bienvenida, bienvenido, mahaban. But most importantly, let me give you the truest and most sincere form of African hospitality enshrined in that 7-letter word. We say Akwaba, to which you all say Ya. Akwaba. And by extension, you are all sons and daughters of our King, Asante man, and Ghana man. This opening ceremony will welcome us on behalf of our King, the CEO of Ashanti Green Initiative and the founder of Mining in Motion. I give to you Oheneba Kweku Dia.
Good morning. Seeing my father in the front row is making me a bit nervous, so forgive me if I make any mistakes. Your Majesty Otumfuo Osei II, Your Excellency President John Dramani Mahama, former President John Ajekum Kufuor, Your Excellencies, Honorable Ministers, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Come together for a cause that, as part of that vision, this summit, traders to regulators, NGOs, financial institutions, academia, policymakers, NGOs, financial institutions, academia, policymakers, and traditional leaders all coming to President John Dramani Mahama. Special thanks to the Minister of this summit, working tirelessly to align stakeholders, shape policy direction, and ensure that this platform reflects both national and most national priorities and journals of the African Free Trade Continental Area and the African Mineral Strategy Group, and other distinguished guests from across the continent, and and beyond, including representatives from the OECD. Thank you for believing in this vision. And I want to say a special thank you to Anglo Gold Ashanti, who were the first people to respond when the idea of this initiative was proposed. Their early commitment to the dedicated teams of the Ashanti Green Initiative, tireless work,
a royal and a reformer who embodies the balance between progress and sustainability. Thank you for your warm words of welcome, Nana Kweku Dia, MD, Ashanti Green Initiative. We shall now and small-scale mining practices in Ghana. Through the centuries, the wisdom of the Asante Hene, the kings of Asante, full of authority, but as a sacred trust to protect their people and their heritage. As a visionary leader, unifier, and steadfast guardian of sustainable progress, the 16th and current Asante Hene of stewardship of Ghana's mineral innovation, ensuring his insight to speak to us on a matter of urgent importance, the role of traditional authorities in shaping artisanal and small fire environment. Mr. President, Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, it is with profound honor and a great sense of privilege I give to you the King of Asante, His Majesty Otumfuo Osei II.
Asante Manditin, everybody, Yakubojo Jotato,
Wotosika Sama,
Abisio, everybody, Yakubojo Jotato,
Wotosika Sama,
Abisio, Abisio,
Namusuba and Kabum Puntuan Kosoba Ghana Nia,
Po, W. Favisi,
Lagua Puntuan Kosoba Ghana Nia,
Po, W. Favisi,
Lagua Bacana Ne from Po, Demi Favisi,
Mema Dabindo da Quayadungen,
Me Mount Dabindo da Quayadungen,
Yadam Nania Yakubojo Jotato, Champon, Nufungen,
Yadonane
Nufungen,
Yadonane Yakubojo Tato, Champon,
Otosika,
Bojo Champon,
Otosika Samana Jakungen, Samana Jakungen, from
for the next 30 minutes or so.
Joe.
Who is organizing this?
Joe.
Who is organizing this? They train his august audience and thank each one of you for training his august audience and thank each one of you for immense pride.
Joe.
And it is only right that we acknowledge and pay tribute to the energy, creativity, and insight with which he has begun the task of researching the agenda for the economic regeneration of our country. for the economic regeneration of our country.
Joe,
We wish you every
Joe,
success, Mr. President.
Joe,
Success, Mr. President.
Joe.
Together as stakeholders and industry experts to tackle what must be one of the most pressing issues facing not just Ghana, but many other countries in Africa. KEB is a glitter of global power, knowledge and expertise. It's a glitter of global power, knowledge and expertise. It is a testimony to the fact that the issue at hand is not only of concern to Ghana, or even the continent of Africa, but it is diplomatic missions of the United Kingdom, South Africa, and Nigeria. Acknowledge organization. Guest audience has been assembled South Africa and Nigeria. Acknowledge organization. Guest audience has been assembled and Nigeria. Acknowledge organization. Guest audience has been assembled today to begin a 3-day dialogue on the mining industry in Ghana and Africa.
So,
mining has always been critical to Ghana and to the African continent. As you will recall, until a mere 70 years ago, we were called the Gold Coast, reflecting the prevalence of the precious metal in our land. Mining has been the bulwark of our economy through the ages. It remains critical to our nation today, accounting for over 12% of GDP and providing the largest source of employment.
so,
Ghana is not the only African country for whom mining is so critical. Export to earn the foreign currency, the countries are using the global market negatively. Is therefore perfectly above forest space, and the degradation of our virgin lands cannot be allowed to continue unchecked.
so,
They exasperate the destruction of our environment and denied that a cocktail of regulatory curbing the menace more challenging. But there's no issue here which is insoluble. We have an opportunity to calmly dissect the policy options and tools available as gathering of industry experts, end users and policymakers to fashion our solutions that work for the good of the nation.
Yeah.
I feel obliged, however, to call for a sense of perspective. The mining industry has had its challenges in recent years, symbolized more forcibly by the near collapse of AngloGold Ashanti in Obuasi, but Obuasi is back on track, and overall the industry to me is in robust health.
so,
Almost all our major companies are improving on their performance. The emergence of the new gold board is a creative initiative, higher yields, with increasing evidence of the presence of some. Unfortunately, we are in incredible pitfalls of illicit.